Hello everyone, I'm Paul Hackey. Welcome back to the Paul Hakimian Show. This week we have on the show the Cardinals duo of Joe Klein and Aidan Carrazana, and later on in the show we have a segment with a few people from Westwood's cross-country team. Let's dive in. Can you both tell us a bit about yourselves?
Start this one off, Joe.
Yeah, my name is Joe Klein. I'm a senior from Westwood High School. I play football and I'm a receiver in DB.
And I'm Aidan Carrazana, also a receiver DB from Westwood High School. I'm a senior, and I've been playing with this kid for about 12 years now, side by side, so yeah.
What do you both enjoy about most playing wide receiver?
I think it's got to be getting the ball. Getting the ball, making plays, blocking for your other teammates, and just celebrating in the end zone. That's got to be it.
Yeah, I mean, I like scoring touchdowns, and the only way to score a touchdown is getting the ball, so catching that ball and making a move is pretty fun, so that's what I like most.
Aidan, how does wide receiver differ from playing other positions like running back?
I would say I think there's more to it. I think there's more routes you have to run. There's more things you have to know. But I'm not going to say it's harder or easier, but receiver, you're so much more diverse in what you do than a running back. I feel like receivers, I don't know, I think it's the best position on offense.
In the last game, Aidan, you had a large contribution in rushing and receiving. What would you say is the balance of your rushing and receiving in the game?
You said the balance?
Yeah.
I don't know. We just call both plays to me. I like running jets. I like catching the ball, and just whatever to get me in space is what I do best. I work best in space. So whatever do that, we'll call. And it could be one game where I get way more rushing. It could be one game where I get way more receiving. So whatever their defense is in is what we're going to call to make me put in space.
Does you being a double threat of rushing and passing open up the offense?
I think it does. You see us run a lot of fake jet sweeps, a lot of fake screens off of it. I mean, people have to game plan for both. People have to game plan for a sweep and a run. It's a lot to game plan against our offense. We have a lot of guys that can play, and me being able to do both is huge.
Aidan, I gotta ask, earlier this year you were taking kickoff returns and you even took one in for a touchdown, but now you haven't taken a return in a couple of games. Why is that?
Well, I think I've had one return other than that one, and I got like 20 yards, but I don't know. Maybe if someone kicks it to me, I could have another shot at it.
Joe, this season in the red zone, Westwood has only been held to a field goal a couple of times. What are some keys to the efficiency of Westwood in the red zone?
I think especially red zone, but especially on defense, it's just running to the ball, 11 hats to the ball, everyone just being there on the play and everyone doing their job.
Yeah. Being able to score on scoring opportunities is very important on offense. Can you walk me through your mindsets when you're in the red zone?
Yeah, I mean, it's just getting the ball in space, making plays, letting Robbie do his thing, and having good protection from the line. Just getting in that end zone.
In the red zone, I would say just being mistake-free, keeping that ball tight, catching the ball, trusting the plays that we call, and running to our best and be efficient with it.
Aidan, last game, Robbie Carson had to sit out a play because his helmet was knocked off, and you were sliding in as QB and made an 8-yard completion. Carson mentioned last show that you split QB time with him freshman year. My question is, if something happened to Carson, would you be sliding at QB while he would be out?
Yeah, I probably would end up playing quarterback. I mean, I've got a lot of reps during the years of playing quarterback, so I know how to play it. Rob teaches me a lot. He helps me. I think we have trust if I have to go in, but right now I love Rob as our quarterback, so I hope it stays like that.
Would Westwood play still relatively well even though they'd be losing their top wide receiver and their quarterback if you were in a quarterback?
I mean, it's always tough losing two people to a position. Rob's a great quarterback. He's brilliant in the pocket. I mean, I'll have to move, we'd game plan differently, but I think we'd still be efficient. We still got guys around there that could do their job. We'd probably run the ball a little more, but we could still do the job, but it'd just be a lot harder.
Yeah. Joe, during my interview with your brother, he gave some detail of what it's like to have a brother on the same team. Now, I'll ask you the same question I asked him. Can you give some insight on what it's like to be on the same team as a family member?
I mean, it's like nothing anyone else can experience. You can't even talk about how great it is. It's so much fun going home, talking about practices, talking about the game planning, and then just having fun during practice. And it's like you have that relationship with almost everyone else on the team. Everyone on the team, you know, we got a brotherhood here, but having Steve is just so much fun.
With both of you having similar receiving yard season totals, you both are clearly key targets for Carthage. What kind of chemistry do you have with him?
I mean, we've just been throwing with him since freshman year. Every day in the off season, getting faster, you know, connecting more, and it's a lot of trust. You see the last 2 games, he's throwing the ball up to both of us and just letting us make plays, getting us in space, and letting us do what we do best.
Yeah. We're also like tuned in with him. Every receiver, I would say, we're all tuned in with him. We all know what he wants to do, where he's going to throw it. There's so many reps in practice, it really does get us better. And like me and Joe, we're always with this kid. We like pretty much live with him. So, yeah.
Is there something special about this year's team?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's something special for sure. We got a great defense, great offense. We got amazing coaches. You know, the coaching staff we have is top notch. And I mean, we just have so much fun through our practices, and you know, the winning parts, Friday nights, it's just the locker room's like nothing else you can experience. I mean, definitely something special.
If you had to pick one MVP of the team so far, who would it be?
I have to say it, but it's got to go to Rob. He puts us all together. He keeps us together. He's the quarterback. He's the MVP of the team. He really does a lot for us, and you get rolling because of him. He brings energy, so.
Yeah. Definitely keeps us in command, keeps us in check, and he gets it done.
Yeah. Westwood has now gone 6-0 with a plus 200 point differential. Is Westwood in the championship conversation again?
We're not looking forward to that. We are looking forward to it, but we're just focused on Lakeland now. It's one game at a time, and 1-0 every week. That's our saying.
In the playoffs upcoming, Westwood will face off against some of the best teams in New Jersey. So is Westwood ready to be able to adapt if their game plan isn't working and they go down 7-0 or 14-0 a game?
I mean, I think this week we showed we could adapt. We were down 1 point and we just bounced back. Ended up winning by like 28. I think we could adapt. I mean, we're all so good. We know each other's games, so like we're not gonna let down on one play. We're just gonna keep going. Please keep playing our game, and that's just what we do.
Aidan, you probably knew this, I was going to ask you about this, but you got to give me some thoughts on that Carson Scramble play you caught.
All right, so right here, I just ran my route backside, didn't think anything of it. I thought he was down here. Like, no way this kid's getting out of it. I'm like, all right, what are we going to do now? I see him get out, and I'm like, what do I do? Like, I literally had no idea what to do. I was just running back and forth trying to find an opening. And then right here, I start going upfield a little, and I see myself wide open. I throw up my hand, actually. I see a ball coming at me. I didn't even know where it was from. I just stay there, just catch it, go down. I was shook. I did not know how he got out of it.
Yeah. Leadership and teamwork are pretty essential in football. As some of the oldest on the team, how do you motivate and support your teammates both on the field and in the locker room?
I mean, it starts with keeping our guys in check. And keeping the younger guys in check, keeping even some of the older guys in check. You know, if Robbie, RJ, any of our older guys does something wrong, you got to let them know, you know, and hold them accountable for it.
Yeah, I mean, we have so many little things that we do, like helmet, everyone behind the white line. There's so many little things that add up, and the little things they're going to be the ones that bite. So those little things we make sure to keep in check, and Coach Guy does a great job of it to keep in check and keeps all of us in check, so yeah.
Who are some of the big locker room presences on the team?
I would say RJ Usher's a big locker room presence. He's a big dude. He's always yelling or something, but he's always getting the people riled up.
Same with both the Roberts brothers.
Yeah,
I mean, they're always getting us pumped up or something.
Yeah. If you had to look forward to the rest of this season, what would Westwood's goal be this year?
I think it's winning the final game, wherever we're at, you know?
Yeah.
And just having fun along the way.
I don't think anyone wants to lose the final game of their season. It's pretty tough when you do that, so we would like to win that final game.
Westwood is looking almost unstoppable out there right now, but what do you think could be improved on the team?
I think everything could be improved. There's nothing perfect on our team. I think every practice we could improve, everything we could improve, our offense, our defense, but just keep doing the little things right, and they're just going to keep improving day by day.
Could you both share a memorable moment from your careers and what it taught you?
That's something I think on.
I got one. I wasn't even in the game at this point, but it's just this is just what brought like Westwood community. This is how I know this community is great. Like West Milford, I think we're down by 1 OT. Last play of the game, our senior quarterback Silvio was in for this play. He throws 2-point conversion, roll out in OT, hits Colby for a win. I wasn't even in the game. I got ruled out for a concussion or something like that. And he hit him, and we won, and everyone just went crazy. The crowd went crazy. We all rushed the field, and it was great, that win. It was one of the most memorable wins I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, that was a real classic. I was up in the booth, and even I was freaking out a little.
That's crazy.
I would say my whole sophomore year, just kind of seeing how it's done, seeing how we win, when we win, how we celebrate, how practices go, and just how the team treats each other. And it was honestly amazing. Westwood football has got to be something you want to be a part of.
Looking ahead to your futures in football, do you both have any aspirations to play in college or further?
Yeah, I definitely, there's a couple of guys on the team that want to play college football, and I'm happy to say that I'm one of them.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, whoever gets any of us that want to play, it's going to be great for them. We're all big-time players that want to play college football, and we're all motivated too. So, yeah.
Even though Westwood could be considered a smaller town, do they still get good looks from scouts?
Yeah. Our coaches definitely help us out a lot. Coach Guy, he's big on bringing in coaches all the time to talk to us, and they're really helping us out. Yeah, I mean, you got a winning program. Last year you had guys like Jack Dugan, Kobe Lowen here. Even Yanni. There's schools coming to watch him. Coaches coming to watch him play, and one kid makes a big play, they're right on their list.
You're both not only star wide receivers, but also standout cornerbacks on the defensive side. How do you balance your responsibilities on offense with your duties as a cornerback?
I would say first, before we talk about defense, big shout out to Coach Lester. He's been huge since he came junior year for both of us. The guy, he's done wonders for us, and he's huge to our whole DB room. And honestly, the balance is just like, we get in shape for this. Like, we know we want to play both sides of the ball, and we know we can. So we both get in shape for this. Like, we want to play. We know each other's games. We know the chemistry. And just balancing it is just like, I don't know. You just got to play through it. You just got to get yourself in shape and play through it. I wouldn't say there's a balance. I would just say you just got to be tough for those minutes you're in.
What's the intensity of the conditioning required to play both sides of the ball?
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. And a lot of our guys put it in throughout the season, getting bigger, faster, stronger, and running after practice and working all through practice. Never taking no breaks or anything, always being ready to go, and it shows out in the games Friday nights.
Yeah. Are you guys shifted out on certain schemes on both sides of the ball so you don't play the whole 60 minutes?
No, I mean I'd say we're always ready to go. We're always ready to play, and no one's ever excluded from a play. Yeah. I don't know if that's what you were asking, but no one's ever excluded from a play. If it's a backside receiver, even blocking, you never know what can happen, especially with Robbie Carson running back the other way somehow. But you really never know.
Yeah, there's some stuff. There's some packages we're not in, but that's just that's not because we're conditioned or not gassed. It's just other guys can do a better spot better than us, and we're gonna put them there to do it.
Yeah, I might have worded that question a little wrong. I was really trying to ask, do you guys switch out every once in a while to get some rest? Or?
I try not to. I really like being out there, but once in a while, I'll maybe get a breather or something, but I try not to. I try playing every play.
Same here. I just want to be out there every play. I don't got too many regular season games left. I want to take in every single play.
Yeah.
Playing quarterback requires strong coverage skills. What techniques and strategies do you both use to effectively cover your opposing wide receivers and prevent big plays?
We both like to press a lot. I mean, playing that press jam is awesome. We also play white. You can explain white.
White's another type of man. Just outside press, and
it's like a cover two concept. There's a lot of concepts we have that we run, and it works for us.
A lot of different techniques brought in from Coach Lessler.
Yeah.
That he's taught us from, and we've applied to our game the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Joe, earlier this season, your brother said you and Aidan are the best cornerback duo in Westwood history. Do you agree with him?
I mean, That's not something that I think either of us can add comment to, but we let our game speak.
Yeah, agreed.
Can you both share a memorable defensive play or interception from your years at cornerback?
I'll let him go. His is probably pretty recent. Last week.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, I would say it was probably one of my most memorable. It was against Mawa. We're in man. I'm guarding my guy. He runs an out route. It's a smash concept, so you got it out and then a corner over top. I see the ball getting released in the air, and I just go up in one hand, grab it, and then go score for a touchdown.
I'd say last year too. I had a pick six versus Lakeland. It was a screen. I sifted out, picked it off. Chris Pick had a big block for me, and I took it to the house for 6.
Yeah. What was going through your minds through those 2 moments there?
I don't think anything was going through my mind. I couldn't even believe I went up with one hand and did it. I should have went up with 2. That was terrible, but I just went up with 1, just followed my blockers wherever it was going and dove for the pylon, and that was it.
I'd say, I mean, what goes through my mind every single play, and I'm sure it's the same for Aidan, but just being an athlete, making plays, and always being ready for a moment.
What do you both enjoy about playing defense, and how does it differ from your role as wide receivers?
I'd say playing defense, our roles is just, when the ball goes up, that ball's ours. Just run into the ball. It's just having fun, making plays, making tackles, and when we lay big hits, it's one of the most exciting things on the field.
Yeah, I would say he loves it. I love it. Tackling is just fun. It's just fun getting someone on the ground. I mean, you don't see a lot of teams that have 2 corners tackling, even 1, and we both 2 of the best tacklers on the team, so it's pretty fun to tackle.
Yeah. Speed and agility are important for receivers, but crucial for cornerbacks. How hard do you work on maintaining your speed and quickness through the season to stay competitive?
Almost every day. We work on that every day. Like Coach Lessler, he's bringing in drills every single day. New drills. If he finds one over the weekend or something, he'll apply to us on Monday. Mm-hmm. We're just going over it through the week and keep maintaining our speed. Especially this guy here, one of the faster guys on the team. But just keeping it going every single day.
Yeah, we just keep to the basics. Keep doing our thing. Keep repping out our drills that we've been doing for 5 months now. And we just keep going at it and keep getting better at it, so yeah.
In high-pressure situations, such as critical 3rd downs or on 3rd and goal, how do you guys stay focused to make the key plays?
I think those are the best situations. I think I'm most focused in those situations because those are the plays that mean the most. Like, you cannot mess up on those plays. Those are the plays that mean the most, so I lock in. My mindset is just do my job. It's just like another play, but you have that feeling it's a bigger play. Everyone knows it, so you just got to lock in a little bit more.
What I'm thinking when there's big plays like that is I'm getting my coverage call, and I'm just being an athlete. We got 11 athletes on the field when we're on defense, 11 athletes on the field when we're on offense. It's just being an athlete and making plays.
What's the most challenging part of being a cornerback, and how do you both overcome those challenges?
I mean, it's definitely guarding some of the fastest guys in the league, and just being prepared. It starts on Monday, watching film throughout the whole week, and practicing hard. Our scout team guys give us a great look. Kids like Connor Stewart and Jake Sembler give us great looks throughout the week, and it really helps us prepare for Friday.
Yeah, I think cornerback is the hardest position in the sport. I mean, you got to guard a guy going at his speed, going at his change of direction everywhere he moves. And you just got to keep doing that every play. I mean, you can't let up a play. You let up a play, that's 7 points. So I think you just got to keep that in the back of your mind. You got to keep doing your job because it is one of the biggest jobs on the field.
Communication is vital in the secondary. How do you guys coordinate with each other to ensure everyone's on the same page in coverage?
I mean, I'd say it's pretty much just repping it out all week in practice. Our guys like Sean Morrison, Steve Klein, and Mike Rinaldi, we're on the same page every single game, every single week. We've been on the same page since last year. And we had Mike come in, and he hopped right in the rotation. But it's being on the same page, repping it out during practice, and being ready to go. Yeah,
we could play on Thursdays, but starting on Monday practices, our game plan is so hammered down by Thursday that we could play then. But to give us another day, it's just even bigger. So yeah.
As a cornerback, you often have to have one-on-one matchups with some of the top receivers in the league. How do you both prepare for your specific matchups?
Just film, watching them a little bit play, and just have confidence in yourself. I think cornerback, the biggest thing is having confidence in yourself. You got to know that you can go out and go guard someone. Like, it's just being confident in yourself.
Like Aidan said, watching film, knowing what they do, and just having confidence.
How would you both say playing both sides on the ball helps you develop a football IQ?
I'd say just seeing a lot of plays, seeing a lot of different players that we've seen so far. We've seen some studs from the teams that we've played, and just picking it up. I watch film on offense and I watch film on defense. You pick up things from different players, and then you pick up things from even your teammates, and you apply to your game. Yeah,
I'd have to agree. You see a lot of plays, you see a lot of things coming at you, so you just kind of just game by game just get that mental reps from seeing that, and even being out there just getting those reps, just seeing every play. It's big for IQ.
What NFL players would you say on both sides of the ball your guys' play styles are like?
I would say receiver. You can give me like a more like Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola type. And then at corner, I would say more like Darrelle Revis when he played. That's what I think.
I don't know. I'd have to think of taller receivers in the league, because I'm definitely one of the taller guys on the team. But any taller type of receivers and taller types of cornerbacks, like, I don't know, guys like Patrick Surtain and Sauce Gardner on defense, and definitely one of the taller guys, and just being like them.
I've heard in the interviews a couple times this year players talking about the whole 1-0 every week mantra. Can you guys explain in your own words what you think that is?
So 1-0, 1-0 is beating. Obviously it's winning 1-0 every week, but actually going into that is the whole week practice. Like, what are you doing after practice? Are you recovering? Like, what are you doing? You drinking your water? You're getting electrolytes in? You hydrating? Are you watching film? Like, what are you doing in that week? And I think everyone does a good job of that, and that's making us 1-0. That's being 1-0.
Yeah, to add on what Aidan said, it's like Coach Guy preaches it every single week, and 1-0 doesn't even mean that just winning on Friday nights. It means winning the practices, winning every single rep. Watching your film, getting everything done, and just being ready to go.
Yeah. Even in a bye week like this, do you guys still work 100%?
I think we definitely slow it down a little, get our bodies recovered, because this is just one half of the season we did. We got another second half, get our bodies recovered. We still work hard when we have our time to work hard, but it's more about recovery and just getting mental notes down for next week, and then on to next week, we'll start amping it up.
Do you both give any thought during the game to the sideline reporters and us filming in the press box?
Yeah, I definitely watch the games after. I'll probably watch them twice. But I love the commentating and what you guys have to say. But yeah, definitely I see guys like Brian Carr on the sidelines recording. And it's just pretty cool, They're giving you shout-outs and stuff, and when you make plays, it's awesome.
Yeah, when you're good enough like us, you can get a lot of reporters out there, and it's kind of cool to see. Like, not a lot of schools have that, so when you have a bunch of those guys just watching you play, it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, we're one of the very, very fortunate schools, and programs in the area. There's not many programs that are in football, especially, that do stuff like this and have people record their games and people come to their games. Like our fans, we got a great audience. It's just, there's nothing like it.
Yeah. This year, of course, is the last year for you both and other vital pieces of the team. How does that affect the dynamic this season?
It's all about soaking it in. Like, I soak in every game. I talk to these guys all the time. These guys are like my brothers. I'm just. There's only so much time left. I'm trying to soak it all in, have as much fun as I can, and get through it with the win.
Yeah, I think it makes us each play harder. Like, we know we only have a certain amount of games left. It's just every game, you never know what's going to be your last snap. So every game we take that in and we just play.
Yeah. Does Westwood have pieces waiting in the wings for next year?
100%. I think there's a lot of young guys that are going to be very good when they play next year, and We have a lot of depth on offense, even defense, and those guys, anytime they get put in, they do their job and do it well. Like last week, Sean Morrison, first touchdown, doesn't play a lot of offense, but he came in and he scored at a big time.
We got studs. We got a bunch of studs for the next couple of years at Westwood.
Yeah. So looking after football this year, are you guys excited for any other sports seasons?
I'm excited to just endure my last senior season. I mean, basketball and wrestling coming up, those are pretty cool games to go to, so I'll definitely go to those, support, and cheer them on.
Definitely, yeah. Same to add to him, Looking forward to all the next type of seasons.
I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I'd like to thank you both for coming out. This has been Westwood cornerbacks and wide receivers, Joe Klein and Aidan Carrazana. Coming up next on the Paul Hakimian Show, I spoke to a couple of the Westwood cross-country kids to talk about their sport. You are watching the Paul Hakimian Show on WCTV, the all-volunteer cable access group from the Township of Washington. Welcome back to the Paul Hakimian Show. I'm here with two cross-country athletes, Andrew and Andy. Here, Andy, can you tell us a little bit about cross-country?
Oh, well, what we kind of do is we do a bunch of practices during the week. We do road runs, we run around the lake, sometimes we play a game, and then every Saturday or maybe like a Wednesday, we go on a race at Darlington or Garrett Mountain. It's a quick 5K, do what you can.
Can you both tell us, can you tell me how you got involved in cross country?
I was involved because a bunch of my friends were doing it, and I figured I don't do a full sport, and I need something active to do after school, so I thought I'd give it a shot, and what are you gonna do?
I did marching band for 2 years. I wasn't a big fan. I wanted to move. I liked running. He was doing it, so I figured why not, and it turned out great.
Andrew, can you describe the team's training regimen and severity?
He kind of went over it, but yeah, we do, we do like from 2 miles to 4 miles every day. We do it on the road, we do it on the track, we do lifting in the weight room. It's fun, it's not that hard, and it's a good time.
Yeah. Andy, how do you mentally prepare for the physical challenges of long distance running?
Oh my god, I love this. Something I found is that if you smile while you're running, you do so good. It's proven.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
If you smile while you run the entire time, you'll do great. You won't think about how much pain you're in, and soon it'll just go out of your head.
Speaking of the pain, what's the physical toll of running all these distances?
Personally, you just gotta be careful. You don't want to push yourself too hard. You gotta know what pain is good and what pain is bad. If you have, if your shins are hurting, it can be worked through, but ankle pain or something, you gotta look at it. So.
Yeah.
What strategies or tactics would you use during a race to maintain a steady running pace?
I always try and find a running buddy on a race, someone to pace with, someone to keep speed with, someone to push ourselves, because trying to find someone to run with, it can be hard. So you just gotta find someone that motivates you and keep going.
Is there a strong overlap of people who do cross country in the fall, then go out and do track in the winter?
I'd say there is a huge overlap, but there's also a variety of people who do different sports. There's tennis, there's baseball, there's
Bowling.
So, but yeah, there's a lot of track. I'd say majority's track, but there's also a variety of sports, lacrosse.
Yeah. All right, so I want to thank you for coming out. This has been Andrew and Andy. All right. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer cable group from the Township of Washington. And that's it for the show today. I'd like to thank again Joe Klein and Aidan Carrazana for coming out. This was a great one. I'd also like to thank Andrew Foote and Andy Chevrier from Cross Country for their segment. And also I'd like to thank the Westwood TV production teacher, Miss Petroselli. I'm gonna go try to help out over there and they're just starting out. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Ricky on the switcher and Fred and Emily on the cameras. And so as always, I'm Paul Hakimian, and you are watching the Paul Hakimian Show on WCTV, the all-volunteer cable access group from the Township of Washington. Take care now.